Hey beautiful people, how y'all doing? Hopefully you guys are doing wonderful. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Michelle, and if you are returning, welcome back. I've been a huge supporter of Kevyn Aucoin because I've used his concealer in the past, and it was the most full coverage concealer and just the most beautiful finish I've ever used. Although I haven't been able to find a color match that worked for me, so I don't own it anymore. I've always been very drawn to the line. The products are very high-end and luxury. They apply that way. You definitely do have a luxury experience when you use the products. So the price points are pretty high, and it's taken me a while to sort of indulge in this brand. But again, minimalism. I'm trying to narrow down the brands and the products that I love, that work really well for me and that are reliable. So today I have 3 products for you guys. I have a bronzer, a blush, and an illuminator, like a highlighter, that's in a liquid form that is made for the face and the body. I have everything on now, so if you are interested in this look and you want to know how I use the bronzer and the blush and my thoughts on it, then let's go ahead and jump into the video. So I'm starting with a fresh cleansed face, and I have the Glass Glow Illuminator. Now this can be used directly on the skin. It can be mixed into your primer, or you can mix it into your foundation. Just know that if you're mixing it into your foundation, it is going to lighten the foundation. So you may use it and your foundation may look a completely different shade. Just be very careful with that. One thing I can say for me is that using this like directly on my skin was a no. It was just so greasy. Even using it like over the makeup, once the foundation is set, I really didn't like using it like that. In just a few minutes, I can already see my makeup breaking apart, and throughout the day, my face just looks really greasy. Like, I think for the sake of showing you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just mix it with my foundation. I'm using the Dior Skin Foundation. Now this is a little bit deeper than my complexion, so I think mixing it will work. I'm priming my face with the Farsali Skintune Blur Primer. Then I'll mix these two together and then I'll apply it to my face. So it totally changed the shade of my foundation and gave it more of like an orangey look. Yeah, I don't know about this, but as far as the claims go, it does illuminate the face. My face does look very like healthy and shiny, although it's not really my complexion. We can fix that later with highlighter. Now just for fun, we can add a little bit to the highlighted areas just so you guys can see what I was talking about. Like, it looks really pretty, it truly does. It's just all this is gonna turn into a bunch of grease. But this is what it looks like applied directly over your foundation. Definitely not a fan of using it in that way. How I like to use it is more so like on my body, which you can do. It's made for the face and body, and we'll get back to that later. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off my face, and then I'll come back to talk about the blush and the bronzer. Okay, not bad. I was able to highlight in certain areas to make it look a little bit more uniform and even. I think we're good now. So now let's talk about the blush and the bronzer. First of all, let's just talk about the packaging of it. They look identical, and although the packaging is nice, I don't have an issue with the packaging at all, but it has been problematic sometimes, like if I'm traveling or something and I'm grabbing certain items. I'm one of those people that looks at something and remembers how it looks, and when things are identical, sometimes I grab the wrong one. So, I mean, I know that's like, okay, Michelle, that's your personal problem, but I would like it if brands could differentiate whether it's with the style or with the color, different products. But let's go ahead and get into this blush. It's so beautiful. It's in the shade Rose Cliff, and it's this beautiful gradient pink color. It starts off with a really light pink and then just kind of transforms into this beautiful baby pink. It has a little bit of luminosity to it, just a tiny bit. So if you don't wear a highlighter, which on the regular, guys, I don't wear highlighter every day. I wear highlighter very rarely on my cheekbones. You don't have to worry about that when you use this blush because it does give you that luminosity all on its own. I'm just gonna drag my brush across, focusing more on the pink area. Start here on the apples of my cheeks. Just sort of. So you see it doesn't look like it's showing up, you guys, but it is. I promise it shows up. It's very subtle, but it has this beautiful frost. I personally love this brush from Smashbox. It's the Buildable cheek brush, and I feel like this brush gives the best application when it comes to bronzers, highlighters, and blushes. Sometimes, depending on the brush, you can get a different look because of the way that it applies onto the skin. But this color is very beautiful, rosy, very spring-like. It looks gorgeous on dark skin. I love it. I believe they have another shade as well, and now I may pick it up because of the way that this one applied. Now let's talk about the bronzer. This is the Neo bronzer in Sundown Deep. Again, we have that same gradient thing going on here from light to dark, and this is not very deep, you guys. Look at how little the dark part is. It's so little. So you do have to make sure that you are getting in there to make sure you're applying the product. I'm guessing this was done for a range of skin tone, which I get. It even has a little bit of iridescence, a couple sparkles in here. I think also to kind of give you that highlighter bronzer effect. So we're gonna go ahead and just start. I'll start here and then I'll just move it all across my face, and then I will also use it as a contour. How it just warmed up the face, how it just bronzed it up so effortlessly and so beautiful. I love it. Final thoughts on the bronzer. I really enjoy using it. I love the fact that it has sort of like this glow to it. I like also that it's not a red undertone. It's very neutral, so it can work with pretty much any skin complexion, and you can warm it up however you like. I love that you can use it in a variety of ways. I think it's perfect for the summertime. You can wear it on an everyday basis to work. Lovely. It is on the higher end price-wise, but I do believe that you are getting quality with this product and it'll last you a very long time. Now let's talk about the blush. The blush is gorgeous. I love a pink blush on brown skin. I think it looks so beautiful. I believe that the blush and the bronzer are the same price. I will link pricing below so you can check everything out, but again, the brush is very expensive. I only have a few blushes, and with blush I'm very particular. I don't mind investing in 1 or 2 very reliable blushes that work with a lot of different looks if it's gonna give me quality and not look like completely just in my face and overdone. So great job with the blush. I love it. The last item is the illuminator. When you look at the final product, yes, it does look beautiful. I am curious to see how it's gonna hold up with me mixing it into the foundation. The last time it wasn't a good match, but then again, it was a different foundation, so we'll see. I love the overall glow that it gives my face, but again, I prefer it for the body. So I'm going to just show you how I would use it on my body, just to kind of like lighten up certain areas and just look a little bit more glossy, especially for the summertime. The formula is super thick, which is also why it makes it really nice for the body. And then you can just layer it with a highlighter that you like, preferably I would say a loose highlighter, and just kind of give yourself that wet kind of luminous look. Now I am headed to work, so I'm not gonna go overboard, but let me show you. I'm using the Fenty Beauty brush, the Kabuki brush, for the body, because it has like a very nice grip and it allows you to be able to do the rubbing without getting your hands messy. I'm gonna do just one full pump. Some of my loose powder from ColourPop Cosmetics. Just gonna put a tiny bit into the cap. I'm gonna take that same brush just to show you a little bit more oomph. And boom, look at that glow, girl. I'm not gonna put it everywhere, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So you can use it in that way, and although that's a very expensive product to use in this way, you could totally just use an oil and add a little bit of your highlighter and do the same exact thing. So definitely not a necessary product by any means. However, if you like the way that it just sort of illuminated my face, I do think if you don't have oily skin, you could definitely get away with using that on the face, and I think it would look beautiful, to be honest. There are some other products that you could even mix with this and do like a full-blown dewy look. I may do one in the summertime just to show you what that would look like. But that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think of the look, of what you think of the products. If you own it, let me know what you think of it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. And if you don't, I will see you in the next one. Big kisses. Peace, love, and